Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to continue on with Grace's Posthumous Wish. In the last video, Fuyumi is doing the utmost with trying to get some random guy to love her. She's calling on the dark arts, she's going through messed up dreams, and she's wearing makeup. Fuyumi, you used to be so different. Anyway, let's continue. I walk over to the mirror and perform the now familiar ritual. The lipstick is taken on another hue, but just as well, the lighting in the room seems somehow strange, otherworldly. Are these my eyes? My face? The features reflected in the mirror are outrageously symmetrical. A smile of anticipatory joy plays on the lips. A black wrinkled palm rests on the shoulder in a reassuring gesture. Beautiful. Like a macabre art piece. Is this how dead lover sees himself when he looks in the mirror? How I envy him. I step away from the mirror and sit on my bed. Waiting for the trial to begin is exciting in its own way. Mitsuki is also here. She decided to, didn't want to mess around with the obscure arts more, so she was downstairs. All alone. No. He's standing next to me, separated only by the window pane. I don't just see him, I feel his presence. He isn't looking around the room anymore. Now he looks directly at me. What are you waiting for? Hurry and begin the trial. I'm prepared to accept any and all pain and suffering. That's not so difficult to accept, is it? Ha 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 ha. The silhouette in the window twitches. Have I scared him? Yeah. I press my palm to my mouth to keep myself from laughing. Here it is, the final trial. I read the message. Oh my god, it's gonna say, kill Mitsuki. Only fools revel in suffering. Huh? Yeah, Fuyumi. Or should I say Fuyumi? That sounded way better in my head. Is he mocking me? I abruptly look at the window but don't see the lover's figure. He looked at you, said this lady's crazy, and then left. The room changes into a different place. Another illusion? Gossamer? Lover, you're repeating yourself. Translucent clouds hover around me, but I reach out trying to grasp the floating mist, but I can't feel anything. Where am I? The lover didn't even say what I have to do. I reach into my pocket, but I can't find anything. My phone is gone. How am I supposed to get directions now? In any case, there's no point in standing still. I step forward and the world shakes. No, it's not the world that shakes, it's me. I'm shaken with sudden feelings. My breath is stolen away and it takes me several seconds to begin breathing again. My heart feels like it's been put in a vice. It's torn with unexplainable emotions. What are they? Pain? Guilt? No, enough. Whose voice is this? I feel so lousy that I completely forget where I am and what I'm doing. I want to lie down, curl up, and forget myself in a swamp of uncontrollable longing. This feeling is very similar to what I'd experienced in the second trial. Endless despair. Sora!
Huh?
The hell? Sora from Kingdom Hearts? With an inhuman force of will, I suppress the waves of incomprehensible feelings. Ugh! I take another step, my foot lands with a squelching sound. A chill runs down my calves, and again, I don't want this anymore. The voice sounds in my head. It echoes through my soul with a feeling of sadness so overwhelming that it makes me want to howl. Or maybe not I. Suddenly realize that all my actions are meaningless. My thoughts stop obeying me. Ugh. Another step. My leg is submerged in knee-deep water. Enough, enough. This distorted world is driving me crazy. I can't understand where my emotions end and someone else's begin. Whose are they? Why are they being revealed to me? Stop stepping! The water is waist deep now. If this keeps up, I'll just drown. I have to go back. I turn around hoping to climb back up where I came from, but my foot sinks even deeper. Why can't I just go back and change everything? No matter where I go, I'll only descend deeper and deeper until I drown, right? Is there a safe island hiding somewhere in this water after all? Look at the thing. So it's like upside down world. How do some might even say we're in the upside down. How do I find my way out of this lake of tears when I have to search through it at random? If I make the wrong choice, I'll be submerged further. I can't afford to make any mistakes. A wave of terror ripples through my body. Not because I'm afraid to die. The inevitability of every step I take is frightening to the point of insanity. I'm afraid to move lest I make a mistake. My legs are paralyzed still. I don't want to go any further. Any choice I make feels even more terrifying than death itself. I will never get out of this mire. I'm destined to go on forever until I hit rock bottom. I yearn to go back. Whose thoughts are these? Whose feelings? I'm dizzy with helplessness and despair. I nearly stop breathing as I'm gripped tightly by fear, so I stand completely still for a long time. A very, very long time. I have to keep moving. My body begins to move on its own. One more step and that's it. I'll be completely underwater. Forward, forward to the bottom. The support under my feet disappears and I slowly slide down, feeling my lungs filled with cloying sweetness. Is this how I die? Is this how it ends? No! Absolutely not. I must live. I must hear Senpai's confession. I've made all these mistakes for his sake and I'll be damned if I don't create the perfect love life off of them. I collapse to the floor. A soft carpet cushions the impact. I cough. The only sounds coming from my throat are wheezes, as if my lungs hadn't been filled with water just a second ago. Is the trial over? Am I alive? And where am I this time? The quiet, peaceful ambience of my home's living room seems foreign and wrong to me, as if a child has painted the objects in different colors. I sit on the rug across from the couch where Mitsuki sleeps peacefully, wrapped up in the plaid of a fuzzy gray shade. I frantically fumble in my pocket for my cell phone. So you're back, huh? You throw your pain around like it's nothing. What of other people? Will you hurt another person? I involuntarily look at Mitsuki. Is this what the lover means? I have to hurt Mitsuki? My chest feels chilly. What should I do? Possibly not commit a crime, even if it is a dream crime. I condemn her to eternal torment. Send her ass to New Jersey. I don't get it. You've just seen her nightmare, her second trial. Those feelings are Mitsuki's fears. Condemn her to an eternity of doubts and misery. Agree to this and your dream will become reality. How despicable. I can only be with Senpai if I doom Mitsuki to the nightmare from her second trial? How can such a choice be forced onto someone? Choose. I can't. Decide. Mitsuki didn't want to talk about her trial. The entire last day her face was stony as if she was barely holding back tears. I recall her sobbing into a pillow this morning. Excuse me, a distorted world full of despair and fear where every step means only more agony. And if I'm being asked to condemn Mitsuki to that, what should I do? I was ready to do anything for love, complete any challenge, endure any pain, find the strength to continue no matter how difficult it could become. What does Mitsuki have to do with my dream? How is she related to my problems? Involving an outsider is just dishonorable. I don't know, Fumi. This guy wanted you to cut your finger off and then stab your own heart. You really think this guy's gonna worry too much about, like, honor? Like, no, like, making Mitsuki feel bad would be too mean. Never mind. I have no right to meddle in her life. Right? Could Mitsuki have foreseen what the third trial would be like? Was that why she'd refused to continue? No, I just can't. Are you sure? The lover seems to mock me as if he's punished me for my arrogance. How does the legend go again? The dead lover severely punishes those who aren't willing to fight for love. So he's testing my resolve. How sly of him. What if you love Mitsuki? And by hurting her, you're fighting against your own love. Huh? This is wrong. Mitsuki is not to blame. Thank you, Aki. Alright, this is definitely a save part. I'll save there. Let's go the obvious bad route. I've decided to see it through to the end, right? No matter what. It's not guaranteed that the lover is telling the truth. What's more, he's probably lying. He can't ruin Mitsuki's life since she had stopped participating in the trials. She is safe. Meanwhile, I have to go forward for myself, for Senpai. No way I'm backing down. I will hurt another person. Sent. This is it. I've really sacrificed everything I could. Mitsuki suddenly opens her eyes. She sits up abruptly on the couch, then jumps to her feet and grabs her head with her hands, her eyes round. How could you? I take a step back, bumping into the coffee table. Fuyumi, no, you, how could you? What are you talking about? I saw him in my dream. The lover came and told me everything. You betrayed me? He was lying, right? A dream? I'm dreaming right now, yes, or not anymore? When did trial end and reality begin? You condemn me to this? I don't know what to say. I feel hot and cold. I just want to die. I didn't think that you... Didn't think? Are you shitting me? No, Mitsuki lunges at me and digs her fingers into my neck. I wheeze, trying to fight back, but the force with which the white fingers squeeze my throat is truly inhuman. Well, Fuyumi, are you happy now? Are you really willing to do anything for Senpai's love? Does he mean so much to you? You don't even know him, Fuyumi. You two know nothing about each other. What is he like? What meals does he detest? Is his favorite band? When is his birthday? Does he have siblings? Does he like animals? Can he ride a bike? What does he eat for breakfast? How many balls does he have in that bag of his? What's his name? You know nothing about him. She's right, but I still love him. Fuyumi, This deserves a coffee break. Like, the game has been kind of lampshading the fact that she doesn't know his name, calling him senpai, and that's it. But like, this, it's just ridiculous. He was there for like a week because he found you lying half dead, bleeding to death on the sidewalk. And that's it. That's everything you know of him. I still love him. If needed, I'll accept all of him. His favorite dishes, musical taste, and whatnots. I don't care. Yeah, what if he likes Imagine Dragons, though? Really, you can accept that, Fuyumi? And I don't care about you, Mitsuki, either. I haven't known you any longer than I've known Senpai, so why should I care about you? You're an outsider. Nothing but a temporary episode in my life. Tomorrow you will go home and I will block your number, put your very existence out of my mind. And live happily ever after with Senpai. Mitsuki rounds her eyes, dumbfounded. Her grip loosens for a moment. I breathe in the sweet air. But instead of convincing Mitsuki of anything or trying to get free, I only laugh. Mitsuki's face changes. She looks at me with disappointment. What a repugnant case. The world drowns in blackness. The trial is over. I wake up in my bed. The silhouette painted in pink lipstick on the window is completely erased. The spell is successful. Mitsuki is already awake. To my surprise, she acts as usual, as if nothing happened. In a trembling voice, I inquire as if she remembers anything from last night. Mitsuki is genuinely surprised. According to her, she slept like a dead person and didn't even have a dream. She looks like she's fine. I feel immense relief. So the lover was lying. He couldn't hurt Mitsuki. And he never actually harmed us either. He just gave us believable visions. What a fool I was for being afraid. In a great mood, I say goodbye to Mitsuki and watch her figure recede down the road. Never before has life seemed so beautiful to me. I look up at the sky. It's the same as when I slipped on the ice in the alley. It feels like 100 years has passed, yet the sky is still the same. Back then, I didn't know about Senpai, and now I'm a new me, transformed, and I'm ready to love. Single and ready to mingle. My heart thumps unkindly in my chest. The message tone reminds me of the dead lover. But of course it isn't from him. The lover is in the past. And now Senpai wants to see me. He wants to talk immediately. And I think I know what about. Fuyumi! Senpai hugs me so tightly it takes my breath away. He's saying something, but I don't listen. I just revel in his presence and warmth. Could I feel any happier? From now on, we are forever bound together. Forever. See, lover, I made it. My love is stronger than anyone else's. Even Mitsuki gave up, but I didn't. Ain't I good? Come on, praise me, lover. Praise me, because I'm the one who made it so that Senpai can't live without me. You know, Fuyumi, I have a confession to make. I was so stupid. It's funny to say, but I thought I was in love with Mitsuki. Not something you should be admitting to this lady. Oh my god. What? Mitsuki? But it doesn't matter. It's in the past. Today I realize that I love you and only you. How could I be so wrong? Indeed, how? Feel empty inside. You wouldn't believe me, but I even decided to put Mitsuki under a spell. What? Put under a spell? What are you talking about? Senpai laughs embarrassedly. You know that dead lover spell? Oh my god. Do you know the story of the dead lover? It's quite popular on the internet nowadays, so I've decided to try it. I drew a silhouette with the black marker and stared at it at night. It was scary. Simba, it can't be. Last night was the third night. I bewitched Mitsuki. Why? I love you. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous, but now she loves me, right? What was it like in the spell? Now she can't live without me? Indeed, so says the article on Shamrock. The one you put under spell begins to love you and only you, blindly and incessantly. Of course, no one will put someone under a spell just to dump them afterwards. So I didn't even think about what happens to the bewitched if you suddenly say no to them. What will happen to Mitsuki? Condemn her to eternal suffering. Isn't fretting from unrequited love a torment? Isn't Mitsuki's life going to become unbearable? So unbearable that it's easier to just end it once and for all? Senpai, what have you done? What have I done? Nah, I don't care, never mind. That's her problem. Senpai continues to hug me and be puzzled about why he'd even taken up the spell in the first place. His voice is calming. I don't want to think about anything else, neither Mitsuki nor the lover. I've already betrayed Mitsuki once before, didn't I? I willingly threw her into the depths of hell. So what does it matter what happens to her? Why should I care about her fate? I doubt we will ever see each other again. All doubts were cast back at the third trial, for I have found my only happiness. My precious love. Alright, let's go back to this and see what happens if we say we have doubts. Doubt knots my fingers, preventing me from trying a reply. I doubt the lover can hurt Mitsuki in reality. It's noble to take risks, but is it worth it? Is Senpai worth it? See, now she's really doubting because she didn't even put Senpai's name in all, the first letter isn't capitalized. I glanced once more at Mitsuki's sleeping, distorted face. She would never condemn another person to suffering. She certainly wouldn't agree to the dead lover's condition. She wouldn't agree to condemn me to torment. A chill runs down my spine as I remember lying in the hospital bed. It's horrible. I wouldn't wish it on my enemy. What is Mitsuki so afraid of? I recall wading through the water where every new step means approaching of imminent doom. Nothing but water, some vague abstract images, echoes of emotions. Mitsuki is very afraid of making a mistake and going down the wrong path. How can it possibly be a worse nightmare? Irritation scrambles in my chest again. Why is Mitsuki so afraid of this? If you don't want to do something, don't do it. If it's scary to move forward, don't. It's foolishness, not fears. She has imagined horrors and is shaking at the mere thought of them, although in life there are far more nightmarish situations. Yeah, like your best friend condemning you to, hell. Like being left with no arms and legs, so why do I hesitate? Mitsuki is strong, she can easily endure it if she puts her mind to it. Senpai and I will support her. Yes, of course, together we will overcome the hardships of her second trial. They aren't that bad. I smile contentedly, having come to a logical and sensible conclusion. Isn't that a happy ending? Well, I bet the lover agrees with me. Belittling another person's suffering is even more selfish than condemning them to it. What? I don't get it. Your vision is not the universal truth. How come? I'm just being logical here. People live in a world where there are certain rules and laws based onto commonly accepted notions. I think that extra 2 wasn't supposed to be there. If everyone starts thinking that only they are right, the world will fall apart. That's why middle ground is so important. Proceeding from concepts taken as obvious, collected, and logically verifiable truth. Yes, Mitsuki was scared, but her fears don't hold a candle to the nightmare for my second trial. What a naive and selfish judgment. Grrr. He is mocking me. I shake my hands in frustration and walk across the room, trying not to look at the sleeping Mitsuki, sorry. You want to get philosophical, dead lover, or what is this all about? I agreed to condemn Mitsuki to suffering, you hear me? What? It isn't that much of a suffering anyway. Silence hangs. For a moment I think that the lover took offense, or he doesn't know how to counter my impenetrable reasoning. I hate Fuyumi. Let's do another way. You will experience the same pain Mitsuki felt in the second trial. Go through everything you've condemned her to. If you agree and endure, I won't touch Mitsuki and you will win. What a stroke of luck. All I have to do is endure pointless fears once again and then there will be an unmarred happy ending. Why so generous, dead lover? Are you impressed with my determination? I agree, I will make it. Save Mitsuki and Senpai will be mine. Don't stall. You measure life with cold-blooded logic. Emotions defy logic. For them, there are no weights and measures. Pain that seems insignificant to you will drive another mad. The horror of the second trial practically drove Mitsuki to insanity. You will know the same nightmare. The messages sound ominous, but there is no way I'm going to believe that I can't handle the innocent fear tormenting Mitsuki. Whatever happens, I've already said yes. This is like that guy who said that waterboarding isn't torture and then got waterboarded for like 5 seconds and then said, hey, actually no, it is torture. Welcome and goodbye. Fuyumi. Huh? I open my eyes, not understanding what's going on. Senpai's beautiful eyes look at me anxiously. Any other time I would have melted under the rays of his genuine concern, but it seems I'm too shocked to rejoice. We are standing outside, it's snowing lightly. Judging by the backpacks on our backs, Senpai and I are on our way to school. What happened? Am I awake, or am I in a realistic illusion conjured up by the dead lover? Probably the latter. Otherwise, there's no way to explain why the world suddenly seems gray, pale, lifeless, and boring. Ha! Just like my life before the fateful fall. Fuyumi? I'm fine, I'm going. Something on your mind? Senpai's soft smile brightens the winter landscape, or so it seems to me. I'm probably expecting a catch since I failed to genuinely rejoice at my favorite smile. Yeah, a bit. Let's go. Senpai calms down and we continue on our way. While Senpai talks about silly stuff, I look around and try to figure out what's going on. Where's the agony of hell? Where's the maddening heartache? Everything is calm and ordinary, even too measured, though going to school with Senpai was supposed to overfill me with happiness. Why am I not feeling joy? Stress. Huh? No, nothing. Lessons go smoothly. I'm listening to teachers, writing down material, looking at the window at the little dancing snowflakes. Nothing. Is the dead lover mocking me? Is his sense of humor that weird, or is a catch waiting ahead? To tell the truth, I'm more eager for the catch than afraid of it. Because you're depressed. He gave you depression, Fuyumi. Coffee break. I'm not stressed by waiting, it's boredom that plagues me. Welcome to your life. I invite Mitsuki to come over. At first glance, she looks as usual, too calm to be... What was that? Too calm to be the truth? Did anything weird happen? What are you talking about? You know... Oh, Senpai asked me to tell you that he dedicated a new trick to you. What a sweet couple. All this for a guy who juggles and possibly does like yo-yo tricks too. What a boring conversation. As dull as walks with Senpai. His chatter isn't annoying, but it isn't interesting either. I absolutely don't care about who is walking next to me. I don't care about Senpai, Mitsuki, boring school, my dismissing parents. The gray boring life becomes dull and doesn't please me at all. Why? Meaning Senpai made me believe that the world was not devoid of bright colors. I was going crazy with excitement going through the dead lover's trials. Right now I don't want anything, at all. I say goodbye to Senpai and go to my room. Another dull evening will be filled with routine and homework. Boredom. The message notice gives a vague hope that the lover's about to give me the worst possible nightmare. Alas. It was just Senpai asking me out this weekend. To the local magician's fair. I was supposed to be happy now. School with delight, collapse on the bed, hug a pillow and roll from side to side. Instead of love and jubilation, my chest gets filled with grey indifference. Yes, I don't care one bit. What does this mean? Can it be... Is it the gist of the third trial? The lover sent me into a grey, dull world devoid of the slightest emotion beyond boredom. And that's it? That's all you're capable of? Ridiculous. As I expected, Mitsuki's suffering was greatly exaggerated, not even close to my nightmarish second trial. I can easily put up with the silly grey of everyday life. Days go by. I'm going to school. On weekends, Senpai and I go on dates. They cause me neither grief nor joy. Conversations with Mitsuki are also no longer enjoyable. I listen to her half-heartedly, wondering when the trial would end. Probably soon. The lover can't torture me forever. Days go by. So do weeks. The world is dull and grey. I don't feel anything at all. No, not quite right. Pressure is building inside of me, as if someone is blowing up a balloon. Blowing and blowing without pause, and the balloon keeps inflating but never bursting. The unpleasant sensation itches at the edge of my consciousness and is more maddening than annoying. Never before have I wanted so badly to be happy, hurt, angry, to experience anything. Am I really so weak that I can't stand the ordinary, measured life? Many people can only dream of it. Mitsuki couldn't stand her nightmare, but I'm different. I'll make it. Your lucky object for today, a rope. Senpai graduates from middle school? They were in middle school this whole time. Okay, well, that makes sense as to why Fuyumi is kind of an idiot. Because she's literally a kid. We decide to go to the same high school, so I have to study for the difficult entrance exams. Senpai, of course, passes them with flying colors. The new uniform looks perfect on him. But of course, no joy, pride, or admiration awakes in me. It's annoying. What good are these days if I don't feel anything? How have I not yet lost my mind, remembering the intoxicating moments I spent with Senpai in the hospital room? Or how my heart was pounding when Mitsuki and I were going through trials. I miss it so damn much. I have to grudgingly admit that the lover was right. A world without strong emotions is like a nightmare. So what, should I give up? No way. However, it is no longer physically possible for me to live amidst the dreary grey gloom. I have to change something to trick the dead lover somehow. I try everything I can. I devour horror movies, after which, according to reviews, it's impossible to sleep because of fear. I watch the saddest and most tragic dramas, after which some develop depression. Fuyumi, you have depression already. I spend the whole weekends on the craziest rides at amusement parks. Dangerous slides, horror rooms, crooked mirrors. I try everything. I eat oversalted and spicy food that makes tears roll from my eyes. Even rotten food with expired expiration dates. Not a thing. This lady's really eating out of the trash can. Your lucky object for today, dice. What did you want to talk about? The affectionate smile glows with love. To destroy such beauty is akin to death. Let's break up. Not funny. I'm serious. The smile fades and with it the sun freezes. Why? It bores me. At first dating was fun, but I'm sick of constant nonsense about tricks and magic. No, Fuyumi, that's all he has. If you insult his tricks and magic, what is he? Just older? That's it? That's his only personality trait, is that he's a senpai and he does magic tricks. There is actual, real, dangerous magic and you're doing some childish nonsense. Better spend this time on studying. Senpai looks at me, his eyes round from astonishment. Here, take this back. I forcibly grab his hand and put the dice he had given me at the hospital into it. The last thread binding us is broken. What a heartbreaking scene, like in the movies. Alas, the tearjerker doesn't work. You aren't serious, right? This is a trick. Do I look like someone who would make stupid jokes? Senpai's shoulder slumps. He looks like a poor puppy abandoned by his heartless owners at the roadside. Indeed, truly heartless. I don't feel a thing. I'm not hit by a desire to take the words back, to reassure, to dissuade it. I started the ritual for Senpai's love. And now, when the lover allowed me to be with my beloved, I have no reaction to the breakup. Black, all-consuming emptiness. I don't understand. Farewell. I turn around and walk away, even as Senpai's shouts pound on my back. It's hard to imagine how much pain he is in right now. How I'd love to be in his place. Make me feel something, anything. Thirst is nothing compared to the sensation that torments my body. Lady, thirst is what brought you to this place. Hunger is child's play. I know how to quench it. Forcibly evoking feelings in myself, meanwhile, is impossible. Forcibly? I lean back in my chair and glance at the edge of the desk. A clerical knife lies there, its blade gleaming. I lift the knife and unleashed a couple more steel divisions. I never thought it's possible to experience phantom joy. I can taste experiencing my first strong feelings after many months. I rather fantasize than feel my heart thudding in my chest. Kia, the most depressing Kia of all time. Finally. Hurry, hurry. The blade pierces my palm, leaving a scarlet streak on it, another lifeline. Nothing. Pain doesn't come. Why? With a trembling hand, I draw another stripe. Blood swells on it in little beads. It can't be. The lover deprived me of the ability to feel pain. No, you've got to be kidding me. No. The worst part is that I feel no anger or frustration. But the thirst for emotions remains. I realize that I'm missing something, that it was better before, much better. I feel inferior. Coffee break? I'm sick of it. It's probably Senpai writing about his day. There was no magician's club in his new school, so he decided to start it himself. You know what? I mean, make all the fun you want of Senpai, but at least he has a passion in life. It wasn't working out so far, but Senpai wasn't discouraged. I like my phone. You go. You know, Senpai's my favorite character so far. He literally does two things. He's older, possibly 1 year older, and he does magic tricks. Suffering ? But you still have arms and legs. Enjoy life. Dead lover. He is mocking me, understanding that I can't get angry at him. Because of this, the void inside me becomes even more vast. He is right about something. I have arms and legs, meaning I can act. Surely there must be a way to steer the repressed emotions to somehow override the dead lover's magic. It's unlikely that he had completely erased my feelings. No, more likely he sealed them away to bring them back when I passed the test. Meaning I still have them. I only have to awake them. A scratch is nothing. I need something more substantial, more shocking. A balloon bursts. Your lucky object for today, knife. I go down to the kitchen and pull a knife out of a rack. It has to work. My heart doesn't beat any harder. My pulse continues its steady rhythm. Steel sinks confidently into flesh, severing the pinky finger. Nothing. Thick black blood oozes from the wound, giving off something vanilla sweet instead of iron. I look at it and don't feel anything. Insufficient. I weigh the knife with my healthy hand. Should I cut off something else? No, it's pointless. I won't react to it anyway. Stab my heart? Even more foolish. I die and not defeat the vile lover. Then what? What will shake up dormant emotions? Your lucky object for today? Hammers. Maybe I should take a sheet out of movies books. Watching vivid scenes filled with the strongest of emotions, I willy-nilly try to copy them. Every last one. May at least one work. What? You jump straight to kidnapping.